So, as we said at the start, we had to look at spot the difference. Okay, you've got a hat on, but you can see your posture there now. I mean, that left hand side's very rounded, very hunched, and that's going to make it very difficult just to move. Okay, when your back is in that sort of hunched position, and you're gripping it tight, and you're playing in cold, wet, windy conditions, the whole body's just going to be seized up, and the movability is just going to be second, none at best if we're okay. So, get yourself in a nice straight to back at setup. Arms are hanging down, okay. Everything else looks pretty good there. Grip pressure we can't see, but we can see your swing when it looks tight. It looks very sort of stiff and static, and there's not much flow to that. So it looks like you're gripping on for dear life to hold on to that golf club, okay? What we're trying to achieve now is that club goes back, okay? Good backswing. As you start the club down, the club now you can see is coming down through your shoulder. Whereas from here, with the rounded back as you had, you can see where it's going, can't you? Oh, good, okay? Way over the top there. So that club now is going to be outside of the golf ball here. Okay, so the golf club here is out of the ball. There's the ball to target line roughly, and the club is right of that as we look at the camera, yeah? So that ball is leading towards the hosel of the golf club, unless you pull into off the back foot or pivot on your right foot. As you can see now, the right foot barely moves at all, and you just put a lot of, most of your weight now is on that right toe, just sort of hanging back, and that knee is taking more of the brunt, as we said, okay? What we're trying to do is get the sense is the arms are walking down here, again, perfect in the shoulders, striking the golf ball, and then twisting through. Now again, and that's a practice swing. I've had a few swings today where you have done this, but that footwork there is a million times better, both physically and health-wise. You're going to put a lot less stress on your knees, a lot less stress on the back of the body, okay? And your body now is moving. So from the top of the backswing, the hips kind of move towards target as the arms fall, okay? There's no hit from here, okay? The club needs to be working fast from here to here, okay? And that's just basically the swish of the club. If we try to hit the ball hard from here to here, okay, all that happens is the club gets sort of thrown outside the line this way, comes across the ball. You either smother it low left, you de-loft the club, shank or slice your longer irons, okay, or your wedge is just way too far, which I know sounds a daft thing to say, but if you're trying to wedge 110 yards and it goes 130, and invariably on the hole there's water long on the back of the third, for example, you end up finding it, don't you? So getting your distance is going to be the key thing, okay? So in terms of setup, posture, massive difference there. Ball position, it doesn't creep back. I think if you're someone who's thinning the ball or hitting the ground early because of this sort of pivot on this back foot, you move the ball back to the right side. It's moving the body to the ball, not the ball back to the body, the ball back to the body is two wrongs making a right. And a good golfer like yourself can kind of adapt to it slightly when everything's perfect.
It's never good.
When there's no wind, no elevation change, no rain, nothing else on the golf course that affects you, you're fine. Flat mat, easy. All right? On the golf course, we rarely get that, do we? If we're lucky at all. So get a better posture. Same good takeaway and backswing. Hips move the target as the arms start coming down, trying to bring that club through the shoulders. I think practice against the wall there, as we said. Okay? So that's a vertical wall there. Now you're going to be stood, kind of my version of a like art GCSE. Can't you look at that? Amazing. Okay, so there's your kind of set there, okay? As you swing back, okay, your hips are going to move towards the wall as you come through impact, so you're going to move towards the wall, and then once they move towards the wall, they rotate around it. Okay, so you do your turn away, you move towards the wall. When I say towards, don't move into it. I'm not trying to stick the left hip on the wall there. You move at the wall. It's like a car going towards the edge of a cliff and going zoop, and doing this. Don't slam into the wall there. You move towards and then around. As you move around, that's what brings the arms kind of back in front of your chest there, okay? If the arms are moved with the shoulder and you come around and your club's way outside, and that can lead to them. If you have 3 or 4 on the range or on the golf course, they're a little bit go back to that kind of half swing to sort of get the motion going back and forth. When you swing at your best, or you're loose enough, Bob, you can swing a golf club and you can swing continually like this, back and forth. When you grip it tight and you do this, you've got to stop, start and reset yourself because the swing flow isn't there, is it? So that motion just sort of going back here, in and around, in, doing this continually shows you're loose and your flow of your swing is better, yeah? Make sense?
Yeah.
Good man.